Well, the whole, at least the way I've understood this whole lean startup idea, which comes from um, the guy's name is Rees, last name
Eric
Rees,
Rees?
and he wrote the Lean Startup book, which I recommend to everybody who's going to start a business to read. It's Eric Rees is the guy who started it,
Yeah.
or who really came up with the idea of lean startup. And from reading his book, one of the things, or the way I understood his explanation of it, was that get your product out there, get your idea out there, and learn as you go. Get it out there. Doesn't matter what you've got. Just get it out there, get it in front of people, and start and learn from your mistakes, and learn as you go. Use as little money as you can, as little resources as you can, to get your idea and get your product, whatever you've got going, to get it out there in front of people. And then you learn as you go.
Yeah.
When you've learned some lessons, you take a step back, look at things again, and then you either relaunch or keep going from there until you start growing.
And I think the key concept there is a verb that keeps coming up in the entrepreneur world is to pivot. So,
Yeah.
is your customer base telling you that your product that you launched is not as great as you thought it was? Do you need to change something in your business model? It's kind of like what Groupon did when they first launched their website. Before they actually became Groupon as they're known now, they were a voting website, and they had just some free coupons, I think, one afternoon for pizza, selling 2-for-1 pizza, and it started selling because it was a great deal. And then they replicated it again for a couple other products and realized that it was far more profitable to try that than their existing business. And so they just kept going and kept going. And so out of that original idea, they pivoted a new idea, and it became what is now known in the market as Groupon, and doing these huge special offers.
Well, we don't even have to go. We don't even have to go that far. This morning, I was with a customer. I'm sorry, with a client who has a startup and launched last week. Now, I've been working with this client on securing funding or financing for a startup, but they launched last week without financing, just money of their own, and they thought they had a great product. They do have a great product. They have a great idea, and they thought, wow, we've got it finished. We can launch. Boom. Well, come to find out, 15 days later or 14 days later, their web page isn't converting as they expected.
Okay.
So they're not getting the signups, they're not getting the subscriptions, they're not getting et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, as they had thought or as they had envisioned in their head. And we sat down and take a look at this, and we realized that there was a lot of things still left to do, and a lot of things still left to really polish before they've got a product worth subscribing to. And that's what we did today. We went through and pointed out all the different things that would need to be changed or need to be modified or need to be looked at so that they could convert more customers into subscribers, or more hits into subscribers. And again, that's right there, the lean philosophy. They threw their product out there, tested it, didn't get anything, so they've taken a step back. What's wrong? Let's fix it, get it fixed by the weekend, and relaunch again, and again, and again, and test, and A/B test, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to see what converts and what gets them the most subscribers.